In Dungeons and Dragons, what you do is to create a fantasized universe of the mind in which expediency to achieve your goal is more important than any kind of moral frame of reference to your actions.
So we have a wizard now teaching the children of his magical studies.
That's kind of far out.
Mazes and monsters is a far-out game. Swords, poison, spells, battles, maiming, killing.
Hey, it's all imagination.
Is it?
This is the Heroes Era.
Welcome to the Heroes Era. I'm your Dungeon Master Ben, and we are playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons. This is session 11 of our third campaign together. And joining me are, let me try to unmute your audio. Bodhi is Brutus.
You got it this time. Brutus, the big, tall, lanky, long-lived bugbear, trying to make it out in this world where people are not who they seem.
Chris as Elias.
Yeah, that's me. Just a good old Eladrin Druid boy from over there in the Feywild, just doing his thing.
Joel as No Nox.
The orc with one less song for you to sing along.
Oh.
Aww.
And Jason as Kendall.
Yeah, I'm the wizard that's burdened with keeping all these guys alive.
And tonight we are telling a story.
Blessed with the privilege.
Right.
Burdened.
Everyone cut Ben off. Don't let him finish the intro.
Tonight we're telling a story, but we do not yet know how it will go. The players, the dungeon master, the dice, all of these will have a hand in how the game unfolds. This is the Heroes Era. And if you would, please like our video and subscribe to our channel. We play on Twitch on Monday nights at around 6 Pacific. And you can find our catalog of past games on YouTube at the Heroes Era. And now let's get into the game. Last time, our adventurers discovered that Commander Hawkins was not who he appeared to be. Suspicion grew as they investigated the story of his ambush, and it culminated in a battle where he tried to flee, but through cunning and abilities, he was detained. And so now you guys find yourselves seeking to bring this scheme to light. You've, I think, decided to bring information to dwarven allies of Detheda and Dunlop, and you also want to set up a system to guard your new prisoner. Where we left off, he has been firmly bound to a hitching post in front of the Black Onyx, where Brutus and 2 ATK soldiers are keeping guard over the imposter, and he seems to be able to change his appearance at will. So we'll begin there.
Well, I know what I want to do.
And what would that be, Bruce?
Which arm do you want to rip off first?
No, we're not doing that yet. I want to talk to the man in charge here and make sure everything goes over smooth. Are soldiers, are any of his men going to go grab him, or are we all just kind of like sitting here, just kind of like waiting for someone to do something?
Well, you guys have bound him to, where you would usually tie up horses, and he's under guard. Kevin is a commander, so another commander that would be present in the city is Romero, who you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
So they say that Kevin is commander, but this is not Kevin. Therefore, this gentleman, individual is not a commander. So that's not a problem anymore.
Oh no, he doesn't get any respect anymore.
Yeah, I feel like finding Romero is prudent at this point.
The shapeshifter changes his appearance. Oh, I'm right here, brothers. What do you need?
I don't know why you're doing that. You got a bag over your head, and you're gagged.
He's bound and gagged?
He's bound, he's gagged. He's got a bag over his head, and he's got ropes in between his fingers.
Well,
So
then
he
his voice
can't-
is a bit
He has an entire
quite
SOP for captured shapeshifters.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't play with that.
Okay.
We very cautious around here.
So we've talked about finding Romero. What's to say that he's to be trusted too? I don't trust any of the soldiers now.
Oh, we're gonna test it out. We're gonna be real thorough. Romero, where are you? Romero?
Elias, can I just
Oh yes, sir.
and I just kind of gesture to like I've read that individuals of your particular skill set may have magics to counter, let's say, shape-shifting. Is that something you might have in your repertoire?
To counter shapeshifting, to sort of undo it or to detect it?
I guess it would do both. There's powers leveraging the powers of the moon that can
Let me,
I mean it's more, I think it's more in tune to werebeast, but
let me see
it's worth a try.
if I got something for that.
Ben, are we currently all together? Or have we split up?
I would have you all together, having spoken what you wish to do, but yeah, we can start with you all together. That's fine.
I mean, I have charm magics that would allow me to perhaps get the truth out of them.
Well, I mean, I was just expecting that your silver tongue might do the trick as well. No.
It's not so much a spell as an ability. I think you've seen it a few times.
I don't suppose we have a paladin nearby.
I would happily defer to No-Nox. He's proven himself being able to talk himself into and out of situations.
Now, Kendall, I do believe that I could perform the type of magic that you are looking for.
Might just need some time.
I do.
That's okay.
I was not prepared for that sort of thing today. But if I could get 3 or 4 hours to do a little meditation and refocus my capabilities, I think that I could do what you're seeking.
I think we can buy you that time.
Yeah.
4 hours for peace of mind is much well worth it.
Wonderful.
There is the matter of tracking down Romero.
Yeah. If he isn't dead.
For whatever value that may have at this point, yeah.
As your conversation continues, some of the soldiers that were present, there were originally, I believe, 4 outside the back of the Black Onyx when Kevin, jumped out the window, disguised himself as one of them, and 2 have remained with your group, keeping guard over the prisoner with you. And now the 2 soldiers that went to fetch leadership return, and in their company is Romero. Hi, brothers. What do we have going on here?
Hello. So, due to the nature of what we're dealing with here, I have to ask you a few questions before we get into it.
We got an imposter.
Yes, we do. He's thoroughly chained up right now, and I point to him, but I believe that these guys are crafty and Riley. I think they could maybe break free somehow.
And how can we prove that you're not also an imposter, Romero?
I guess I don't have an answer for that. It sounded like Brutus might have had some questions for me.
Yes, What was Romero's first impression of us? We showed up with Detheda originally, I believe. And he introduced us.
You don't remember where we met? Maybe it's you who are the imposter.
if I was the imposter next to all these soldiers after leaping through a window to go capture one of my own, if I was an imposter, is quite frankly a wild
pretty
play.
good cover, wouldn't it?
Would it? Because that this
sounds like
if I'm doing subterfuge and I capture one of my own as kind of like a sacrifice, that's just inherently worse. Besides,
right, if you were a doppelganger, then you'd know what I was thinking right now. But then you'd also know to act like you didn't know what I was thinking right now.
Well, hold on, what? I didn't know they could read minds.
Aye, if that's what we have here.
Oh, maybe we should move away from him then, but keep him in eyesight. At the very least. I think of something really foul in case he's reading my mind. I think of the hallway in the dungeon where we were trapped for a few rounds, searching for a key in muck and grime. The foul stench and odors in there. It's kind of like a vivid sensory memory for him to experience. They keep him out of there.
Right, well, we could leave him under command of my troops, or whatever you deem fit. He's your prisoner, too.
Well, let's move like a good 60 feet away from him.
We do have a jail cell we could take him to.
I believe him being in open view of most people would not be the worst thing in the world.
Right, unless he gets his eyes on every single one of them.
He's blindfolded.
That's good.
He's got a bag over his head.
Well, let's step over there, around the corner then.
Alright. I go and step around the corner with him.
Who joins?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, to be honest,
I'll kind of, if I can, Dan, I'll kind of stand so I can see what they're doing and see the doppelganger strapped to wherever he's strapped.
Very good.
I was going to ask you some questions about how we met, but I don't remember exactly how we met, except people didn't like to see me. And I thought about asking you, oh, I got this. When you were being assaulted by a siege party, what did it comprise of?
Let me ask you something first. How many other doppelgangers do you think there are?
Oh, well, would I want to tell you if you were one of them? My question's fairly harmless to establish your identity.
Well, if you knew the answer to that, then you'd know the first time we met, but you still haven't told me that, have you?
I honestly don't remember. I mean, if any of my friends do, that'd be great to hear, but I'm blanking.
Right, and you're saying there's several more doppelgangers, but yet none of you can recall where we first met. This seems a little strange to me.
First of all, I did not claim that any of my friends did not know where we met. Second of all, I did not mention how many doppelgangers I think are out there to you specifically. Maybe your soldiers told you on the way over, in which case that's fine and that's open information at this point.
Right, you think there's 3 or 4 of them?
I think there's 3, yes.
There's 3 of you right here.
There's 4 with Kendall over there, so it can't be all of us.
Okay.
And seeing as how I physically took down a doppelganger and helped restrain him with the help of my friends.
All right, now, see, Jim, this is exactly why they use the doppelgangers against us, because this is what happens. Okay, everybody's all paranoid. How about this? Let's just agree that we will not turn on one another unless we know without a doubt that the other one is a doppelganger, instead of trying to let's maybe consider ourselves the benefit of the doubt for each other for the time being and be cautiously moving forward, instead of, because we could do this all night.
Will you make a persuasion check for me, please, Elias?
I gotta be honest, I'm not really good at this wordplay stuff.
Y'all remember when I used to be really good at this stuff? That was fun.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Wait, that's No Nox's thing.
Oh, shoot.
No Nox, play Wonderwall.
I don't know if it'll help in this situation.
Sorry, this thing is.
You'll never remember it ever again, so that's a plus.
Okay.
I might not want to remember this situation, particularly.
Yeah, that's
Can doppelgangers?
Right, well, if you were, let's just say, that's information that you would know anyways, so. We were besieged by giants and goblins, and that's where I met you for the first time. After you saved our arses at Station 6, right?
Yes, there's 3 giants, and we killed 2, and 1 ran north into the woods.
Right,
And
and I put you up for the night. And Simon
One
said,
was really big.
Yeah.
One was very big.
We barely made it out alive. Your soldiers came after to help us. Some perished in battle, and the Goblin Warband was fully killed except for 1 of them that got away. If my memory's correct. It may not be.
right, well, that's what I remember.
I pull out my journal, Ben, and pull back a few pages. Yeah, that checks out.
okay.
That's what I have here, guys.
All right. Well, then either none of us are doppelgangers or we all are. Either way, everyone's on the same team.
So then, logic tells me, Romero, you seem to know a lot about shapeshifters, and you are not one. Perhaps you are not surprised that there are shapeshifters in your midst?
I learned a lot about shapeshifters after the rumors about Krim began to spread.
Kind of like a being prepared type of deal.
Keep your enemies keeps your friends close and your enemies closer.
Yeah. So how far does the doppelganger's abilities is it just like appearances, or can their bodies change length and like mass to like for instance, and I take my arm and my 10-foot long arm and I just move it all the way out. Can they copy that?
They could look just like you, mate.
Could they? And I find I look around for like a real tiny hole, kind of like a goblin-sized hole, and I like shrink into it. Couldn't they do this also, or is this like a me only thing?
That's kind of strange. I don't rightly know.
Oh, because I'm looking for like physical characteristics that they could not copy as like markers.
Right. Well, they basically turn into you, but what they're wearing stays the same.
Mm.
And I'm pretty sure it has to be at least relatively in the same general size. I think they might have a little bit of wiggle room to some degree, but you know, they're not going to be able to turn into like say a giant or a little pixie or anything like that.
That's right.
So me being in this small hole proves I'm good? I might just have to keep a small box around.
You are good at something, sir.
Oh, I'll take that.
So what are we gonna do with him?
I feel under the circumstances that it might not be safe to leave him under the care of soldiers under your company. Perhaps
What's your
knowing
evidence
his
for that?
relations.
3 doppelgangers.
Well,
And
there's
If I may continue, perhaps knowing his involvement in the missing, Lady Detheda having gone missing, perhaps leaving him with the company of Dunlop's court or company, whoever are close.
What's your evidence that my soldiers aren't to be trusted? Go ahead.
Go ahead, Nonox. You probably recall better, my friend.
There's a lot more of your soldiers. It's a lot harder to keep track of each and every one of them.
And whenever we heard the story from the imposter about what happened, we found this weird guy that lives under the bridge. I don't know if you know him. His name's like Brisket. He gave his account. He gave his account on things after I paid him a gold piece, so I think he was being truthful. that he saw the wagon go over, and then a bunch of people got flung out, and one of them was you know, Kevin, which makes sense because he got exchanged, and then he said 3 more people got thrown overboard. And then when we talked to Kevin about it, he said like, "Oh yeah, I think they were killed and dead, but there was no blood pools to be found. There was no evidence of them being killed, or we found nothing." So it makes me think that 3 of your soldiers got kidnapped alongside your commander Hopkins, and they're mingling with your soldiers right now, taking their appearances.
Then what were the bodies?
There were no bodies.
Then what did Brisket see?
He saw them thrown over the bridge, right? Am I not mistaken, Brutus?
I think that's what he said. Yeah, they were thrown overboard of the cart at the very least. And at least I didn't see any signs of a struggle or any
They could be
evidence
taken with the current of the river, right? There was the.
It could have. I don't remember if it was the river specifically or if it was after the bridge when they got attacked.
That
'cause
river
I think
goes both ways. They could be anywhere on the shore. Maybe we should try to find the bodies.
Do you have like paperwork stating who was on that escort, or do you just have to do that off of memory?
Well, if they're coming from Station 6, then some paperwork must have been filed there. But maybe the commander, Commander Hawkins, may have had it with him. I'm not sure. We don't keep a lot of records, but usually orders are carried by the ones carrying out the orders.
Well, if that guy's wearing his armor, could it be in his pockets?
Aye, that's a good place to start, I would think.
Because we disarmed him at the very least. We didn't take him out of his armor or anything like that.
That's right. No one wants to see that, a naked soldier in the streets.
No, we'll cover him with a blanket or something. How about we search him for orders and then search the river for unconscious
soldiers. Leave that bag
soldiers.
over his head. We don't want him seeing too many people. That would be to his advantage or its advantage.
Yeah, we're not letting him. He's on a very tight leash.
Well, why don't we have a look?
All right. I go with Romero.
I'd allow one of you to make an investigation check with
can do that,
advantage,
guys.
since there's enough of you here to help.
Yeah.
I'm standing by making sure he doesn't bolt or try any funny stuff.
Yeah, that would be great. I definitely wouldn't approach him without you next to me, Brutus.
This man's gonna get a beating of a lifetime.
You are the yin to my yang.
You're smart, I'm dumb, I get it.
My dice roll really slowly.
Yeah, mine were doing that earlier.
Really heavily weighted. Hey, that's a good roll. 18. Not the 1. Oh, sorry. I had 16. Sorry.
16? Okay.
Sorry, yeah. I was seeing the other one. Sorry.
You find a piece of parchment stuck into like a waistband within his chainmail. And as you open that to take a look, you see an itinerary and for orders to escort Detheda to Riverside, and it mentions the people involved would be Detheda, Commander Hawkins, and these people are contracted by Detheda, and this contract is approved by the ATK. And with them were 3 ATK soldiers and 3 of Dunlop's soldiers.
Does it state the names of either of the two groups, or are they just lumped into who they work for?
Yes, it says. Let me see here. The ATK soldiers are named Charles, Wilhelm, and Jalil.
And Jaleel? Okay.
Sorry, let me see here. Just want to keep my notes straight. Gosh. And the dwarves' names are Grian, Kramom, and Govrum.
Ram. And Gravram?
A zoo type.
Kramom and Govrum.
Gavram. Okay. Cool. That's none of the dwarves we met earlier that we played darts with.
There was more than 3, right?
There were 6, I believe. And we have 4 names.
It's very likely those dwarves died. They might have been the ones that were tossed.
Yes, I don't think he stated a general size for what he saw. Just 3 figures.
Unless, of course, the Lady Detheda is also compromised.
Oh, I mean, if she...
I think she's probably with the cart. Because they had to take the organ with them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I don't think we're going to be able to find Detheda for a little bit, or that she's anywhere close to where we are right now. I think she...
Sorry, I
might be in
think
the
you're
city.
You're misunderstanding me. What if she is also a shapeshifter?
From the beginning?
I think it's more likely that she's been taken.
Yeah.
Did Brisket say where they were taking him, or where the wagon went?
It was going towards the city.
Would we know if Detheda would have the location of like other sources that they're in control of?
Detheda is a close friend of Dunlop's. She probably knows a lot of what he knows.
So she probably would be taken for information.
Means she's probably not dead. Means she's probably alive. Just captured. Hopkins might be the same deal for Kevin too. He might also still be alive for information, because having a leader of a military organization is just a good thing to have in your back pocket.
It's valuable information, and as far as we know, only 3 bodies were tossed.
Yeah. 3 bodies and Kevin. So I think Detheda might still be on the cart, because he didn't see...
It's quite likely that Detheda never met the real Kevin. He might have been replaced long before.
That's true. Well, then why go through all the trouble of staging a fake story about being shot in the shoulder with 2 arrows that were poisoned? We didn't have...
Well, if you have the form of the leader of this camp, it would behoove you to take control of it.
I guess they could do the poison cover story if he was a doppelganger all along, to like help give him the benefit of the doubt when he's misremembering stuff or he doesn't know things that he should. But I think it would just be wiser to just not do that in the first place, because at that point they already would have had him. They already would have gotten all the information they probably could have out of him.
Maybe there's something here. Maybe there's something here they still want.
Could I make a roll, Ben, to see if I would know? I'm wondering if when a doppelganger takes over the persona of someone, if they gain like memories or recent memories of that persona that they take over. Could it be Arcana maybe, or I can't think of what sort of knowledge skill it would be to. I'm assuming maybe Arcana, but
How about just an intelligence check?
okay. I roll with the advantage again. That's 7, so probably not very helpful.
Yeah, you remember that you have read about them, but you can't quite recall, all the details at this time. Maybe if you consult your books, you'll be able to find more information.
Read about it. Yeah, that's true. I could read up on it more later now that I have a focus. Yeah, for sure.
Read a book.
It was like an opportunity to sit down with a book and a candle in a quiet room. Preferably a room in a library with no armored guards around, or shapeshifters, or giants, or bugbears, or goblins, or
Hey, I'm pleasant company. What are you talking about?
ogres, displacer beasts, anything like that.
Loud orcs.
Oh no, I'm okay with loud orcs. They've grown on me.
But not bugbears?
Bugbears are okay.
This guy.
I might sleep in the next room and with earplugs with the snoring, but otherwise, it's acceptable.
It's not that bad, guys, I swear.
That's why we drink.
Right.
Well, what kind of information do you want to get out of this guy? I'm inclined to kill him outright.
To be quite frank, I don't know that we'll get much use out of him, and the longer he's around, the more a risk of him being more of a problem.
And the more people you have to watch him.
Is there anyone among you who's good at getting information?
I feel like that's kind of your forte, my friend No Knox.
All right, well, if you break his leg, he might tell us something.
All right, let me see.
All right, I'll get ready. Do we want to do this out in public or like into the trees a little bit? Because this is going to be grisly.
I don't mind making an example of him.
Oh, that sounds like permission to me.
I'm inclined to do as Romero says, and to be frank, it's the threat of violence is more impactful than the actual violence. If he knows it's coming anyways, he's much less likely to talk.
I need some pliers.
We'll kill him after, of course.
All right. Do you want to try something, Brutus, or should I?
What I'm thinking is that you ask the questions and I inflict pain on him until he answers, and then it might not be good information, but it'll be information.
I like it. Let's work as a team.
Yep. Charmed and dangerous.
You know, friends, they say talent wins battles, but teamwork wins wars.
It's true. That is true. That's how a war is. It's just a lot of teamwork. Maybe some talent. I don't know. Anyway, does anyone have like some small pliers or just like some tongs?
You know what? I've got an herbalism kit. I'm sure I've got something along the lines of what Brutus needs.
I can assure you I do not have any of those things.
I'll pull that out and go to. I don't know what exactly to look for, but if you want to take a rummage through here, if there's anything that you could utilize.
Ooh.
Wait, you're asking for pliers?
Yeah.
Like what kind of pliers?
Some hefty ones that won't break under strain.
I don't have anything like that.
That's all right. I got a hammer and a python.
All right.
That should do it. Put it to him.
Yeah,
All right, you ready to play some music, No Knox? Like figuratively, not like actually.
Why not both?
Sure. And Brutus will take from his backpack, his little like duffel bag that he keeps all his stuff in. He's gonna take a piece of moldy bread, like pop a little bit of it in, chew it. He's gonna take a wooden python that he has, and he's gonna break it in half, and then break off the round bit at the end, and make like kind of like a wedge. And he's going to go over to this guy and take his boot off, and he's gonna position the wedge underneath his toenail and get the hammer ready. He's like, all right, on your word.
I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on myself. For I believe Eagle Splendor. To give myself.
Charisma? Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Nice.
To give myself advantage on charisma checks for the next hour.
All right. What are you guys doing?
Don't want to hurt you,
I will.
but my friends very much would. I'm the only thing standing between you and a painful death, my friend. And every piece of information, anything you can give me, that is your lifeline.
You know, Elias, I don't know why you'll just kill him. He's just going to use up food and water, valuable resources that we just can't really need to spare.
You think we're gonna feed him?
The imposter sounds like he's trying to speak, but is still gagged.
Oh, right.
We might
Brutus.
reward him.
No. We must give him a taste. Brutus, if you would.
I motion towards the gag or his toenail. I'm like, which one?
The toenail.
Okay. And I take the wedge, I position it, and I go, glunk, 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 glunk. And I take his toenail off. All right. Here
Blood
we
pours
go.
from
And
his toe, and he howls. In
I
pain.
take the gag off and I throw the toenail in, and then I put the gag back on.
Are you ready to talk now?
The hooded head nods.
Brutus, if you would.
My long, 10-foot long arm spindly goes in, and my long fingers take the gag off, and I rest it on his chin.
It was Commander Hawkins. He hired us to cover up his getaway. He's speaking in the voice of Romero.
Where would our friend be?
He's gone to the city with Detheda.
Can I make an insight check?
What do you think of what he's saying?
I don't think it makes sense.
You can make an insight check.
Insight. It's a 14.
Well, you know the history of Commander Krim and how he was a shapeshifter. What would prevent his under officers from working with other shapeshifters?
Knowing Detheda, for the short amount of time that we knew her, would I get the idea that maybe she wouldn't trust the ATK?
You know of Dunlop's history with the ATK and that they were driven out of his region. You know that Detheda is considered to be a very close friend of Dunlop.
Now, knowing that as well, would I believe that she'd trust Kevin?
That will be up to you.
Brutus, I think our friend has a little more information to give us, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, well, by all means. And I go, and I reach my finger up, and I take his nose, and I just go, I snap at 90 degrees.
And his visage changes to a kind of amorphous humanoid figure. His skin a pale gray, thin, spindly limbs. I told you is what you wanted. Just put me out of it. I've nothing else to say.
You have a few friends here. You said so yourself. They paid you. Where's the rest?
My friends. One like me doesn't have many friends.
Can't imagine why.
For the record, I'm reaching into his bag to do this. I'm not taking it off.
Right.
You don't have many friends yet. I heard from a little birdie that there are 3 more of you running around here. What would you say to that?
Commander Hawkins, he's the one you want, not me.
Interesting. Romero, you got any good questions?
I don't believe a word of it. I say we kill him now, before he leads us astray.
You think they burn easily?
What was that, Jason?
Oh, I was just curious if doppelgangers burn easily.
Maybe they do.
About as easily as anyone else.
Wouldn't want to burden someone with having to dispose of whatever it is.
What's something... The thing with doing this sort of thing is you gotta make it real bad for them in the moment and later on if they were to live. So what's something that we can do that they would really dislike?
Cut off a limb.
There might be some value in its tongue.
Yes. We'll do that last if we wish to get no further information, but...
I'm starting to think about components that I might be able to harvest from him, Ben.
Yeah, we'll get ready to make a check.
Just kind of looking up.
Maybe you set him on fire a little bit.
Can I get the eyeball?
I take my glaive and I put my boot on his foot that's open and I just line it up and kind of like a cutter at a deli, or that you use for like cutting large sheets of paper, like a lathe. I just, with using my glaive as a lathe, I just lay it down and go shink, and I take all his toes off.
Oh.
He passes out momentarily, wakes up in agony.
I want names.
I'll give you names. Commander Hawkins, Commander Romero, Charles, Wilhelm, Jalil. What other names do you want from me?
The names that your friends, the ones that are fake right now, what they're masquerading as. And don't say Romero.
They went with Commander Hawkins to the city.
Interesting. See, that's a little bit more information.
Right, yeah. Now. That's all I know.
City?
I don't know. City? Yeah, what city?
The fallen city. Nim-Nai-Ala. And it would have been you all who were dead if you had gone with Detheda in the first place.
Yeah, fat chance.
I'm gonna turn to Kendall. There might be a chance. There might be some truth.
I don't feel like he's told us anything we didn't suspect.
Certainly, Detheda did wish to reach the city with the organ.
Yeah, she did, sure. I mean,
Certainly,
the individual that we met as Detheda.
certainly she is capable, at least as far as we've seen.
A small crowd is gathered around to watch.
Certainly she's a schemer.
Yes.
Seems like everyone's scheming.
I don't believe a word of it. I say we put him out of his misery and out of our miseries.
My friend, I'm not 100% certain that she might be among them, but it would be foolish of us to rule it out.
Ben, would I know, have I ever come across shapeshifters such as these? In my travels, would I know if they make deals with humanoids, or if they're contracted by like fey creatures or devils?
You know that sometimes they work in groups. You don't really know who they might be, beholden to in that sense.
Would it be common for normal humanoids to make deals with them?
You're not sure.
Okay.
You did touch on something though, Nonax, that's been on my mind. It seems that they were as much trying to deceive us, but also trying to mask that they were being attacked by the Sealy Fae elves. Not that we're friends of theirs, but obviously they were trying to, it seems at least, make it seem as though those elves were also attacking these soldiers. Something for us to keep in mind for future.
Well, if no one else has any other questions.
I don't think that we do.
I have one more, if you don't mind.
I feel like we've already wasted enough time on the individual personally.
Yeah. I just want to know what you got out of this.
A lot of pain and suffering.
Where's the gold? Where's the jewels?
The gold, the jewels promised to me upon completion.
Completion of what?
By whom?
I told you, Commander Hawkins.
So you are as stupid as you look.
Such a shame. Brutus goes into the nearby inn and he grabs a mug of ale and he gets like a twig from outside and puts it in the fireplace or some source of fire in there, and he pours the mug on the guy's foot and lights the ale on fire, and then just as he's feeling the pain of his foot burning, lock him unconscious, take the bag off, just go take the tongue off and throw it to Kindle. You might want this, I don't know. And then I just crush his windpipe and then just end it right there.
What was a
strange
series of events?
Can I just say this got dark real quick,
dude?
But does anyone mind if I took its tongue?
Oh, I gave it to you.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Sorry, it's just things are tough in growing up in the Goblin Army. It's not good.
Got what he deserved.
Yeah, this guy's fine with it. So
there was no way that Kevin would have given him his armor. He's full of lies and deceit.
Oh yeah, we should probably get that off of him. And I unchain him from the post, and I just start field stripping him right there. And I get his armor off, and I give it over to just a soldier, somebody, and there you go. There's the armor set.
And he folds it carefully and puts Kevin's family sword upon the top of it.
Well, I'm tired, so I'm gonna go drink a ale inside. You come get me whenever you're done talking out here. And I'm gonna take a load off.
I'll have my men bury the body.
You could burn it. Might not hurt.
Right? Wouldn't hurt to burn it first.
And Brutus goes inside the Onyx Inn and just starts drinking.
Well,
what do you
was a
think,
messy bit
Elias?
of business.
What's that?
What do you think about all this?
Well,
Be quiet. I admire your quiet, your silence.
I just am taking it all in, as it were. I have to admit that I'm a bit surprised by Brutus's interrogation techniques. Effective as they are, I just was not quite expecting that from our gentle giant friend here. But good to know that he's on our side.
A wise woman once told me that there's no great genius without a little bit of madness.
Well, there's certainly a great amount of something there.
It's proved useful so far.
Yes, no, indeed. And again, just taken aback by it. I was not expecting it, is all.
Oh.
I think
I'll warn you next time.
I think it would be wise to reach out to the dwarves we met earlier.
Interesting.
Yes.
I'm sure they would love to hear about this thing's story.
Indeed.
Right, well, I'm gonna put out the word and look for soldiers who are supposed to be with Detheda. See if there's any word on the street about them.
Yeah.
But
I would.
Was that
I would hold off on that. They can change the form. So if they know they're found out, well, they wouldn't stay looking the same for very long.
Well, I don't think it's a secret here, brother. You see all these folks gathered. Word's gonna get out whether we're the ones to put it out or not.
I mean, he makes a good point.
Just be careful who you trust.
He makes a good point.
Keep an eye on your back.
They both make good points.
with any luck, at least you should with this display, you should be able to trust the soldiers of yours that are not shapeshifters.
Oh, I trust my soldiers.
Oh. Well, I hate to say it, my friends, but I part of me feels that our friend Brutus actually had the right idea in getting a meal. Now that we know that it's not going to be poison.
Very important.
Oh, I ate the bad eggs. Oh.
I lost my appetite, but I'll meet up with you later.
Yes, sir.
I'll just wait there. Make eye contact with Elias and just kind of wait. I'm watching Romero kind of walk off.
Sure.
Are you able to do that trick you did with the? What was it last time? Squirrel?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, I can do that right now.
I'm just curious how our friend Romero will obey when we're not in earshot, or will operate.
I see. Yeah, I suppose I could do that, and I'll turn and look and wait for Romero to be far enough away to not notice me. And I will. We'll do another squirrel. That seems to be the most incognito thing I could sort of do. So I'll just wild shape into a squirrel and follow behind him for a bit and see if he goes to
Oh, that too. Yeah.
If he goes to chat with anybody, or if he's going where we expect of him, or whatever, just
Sure.
not for like a long time, just to see if he's heading in a direction that makes sense to us.
Sure. Ramiro goes to what appears to be, perhaps a command tent next to the jail, and he speaks with some of the soldiers there, and you overhear him asking about Charles Wilhelm and Jalil.
Okay, that's good enough. I'll head back and I will report that back to Kendall.
Okay.
Nice. My apologies, my friend. I wasn't intending to try and put you in the potential of harm's way. I was thinking of one of the friends that you summoned. My apologies. I'll be clear next time.
Oh, that would have made a lot more sense now that you say that, but that's all right. This is a little bit clearer. It's quite fine. Either way.
Get a meal. I think it's on Brutus.
You guys go into the Black Onyx, and they do have food and drink there, as you wish.
Brutus is just like eating like nothing happened.
Nice.
Oh, hi guys.
Oh my god.
Are the dwarves around here? Are the dwarves around here?
I mean, there's the ones playing darts outside.
Are the dwarves around here still, Ben?
You see the group of dwarves that you met the evening before. I'm sorry, it's not yet the evening before, right? It's the.
I think you're like mid-afternoon.
Yeah, that would have been
not too long ago. I don't think.
You guys met them the evening before, though, right? And then in the morning, when you met with the imposter.
Yes, we talked with Fella, and then we went to bed, and then we did the investigation about the ambush, and then we came back. And
you do see some of the dwarves in a small private booth. There are curtains around each of these booths, but these ones are pulled back, and they're drinking boisterously, eating salted pork. Hey, no knocks.
I'll trade you. little of that pork for a little information. What do you say?
Little pork, help yourself. Please, sit with us, have a drink.
I'll join them.
What kind
Brutus.
of information?
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, all right. And Brutus gets up with his plate and his mug. He walls on over. He finds a seat. He's like sliding off the edge of the bench because he's too big. Hey, I was told to sit down here.
You were right about the commander.
Oh yeah. I can't remember.
Hawkins.
Kinda right. Kinda not. I mean, he was bad, but not in the way that you thought he was.
I mean, he was certainly pretending to be Commander Hawkins. For some time at least.
Right, they said that he's a shapeshifter. The word is spread around the bar already.
Yeah, I killed him not like 20 seconds ago.
That is good. You don't want to trust someone like him. Don't leave him around to meddle either.
We've heard some information. He wasn't alone.
Well, it doesn't surprise me, but what are you getting at, my friend?
We believe the caravan that Detheda traveled with. We believe the dwarves were slain.
It would be terrible.
Of course, we also believe that Detheda is still alive.
Well, let us hope. Let's drink to Detheda. They all raise their mugs.
She hasn't paid me my wages yet.
Oh, she's good for it. Don't worry.
Well, now brings the question of, well, who's going to save her?
Well, Detheda is on her own business. We here, you know, we've come to Riverside for its safety. What do you expect of us? Obviously, your friend here is a bit handier than me with a weapon. This is the one that was defeated in a duel the evening before.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I did beat this guy.
So then you'll be rescuing her, is that right? You know where she's gone to.
We have some information. We also have some questions. Do you know of her? Do you know her at all?
Most know of Detheda. She's a fair jeweler, collector of gemstones. I know she is working with Dunlop and they hoped to restore Zymor's amphitheater. A very powerful pipe organ they took there.
Do you think there's any chance she would at all that she would work with shapeshifters to evade the ATK?
No. No, she's been betrayed in her own time. I don't think that she would do a thing like that. You know the story of Detheda and Silverado.
I don't.
I don't at all.
Silverado is a brave and powerful man, but he left Our Lady below the earth, below the mountain in a Minotaur's lair. And she had to find her own way out.
That guy sounds like a
forgave him, of
coward.
course.
Oh, well, I know I like him now then, I guess.
But
Which
she's been on the other side of something like that. I don't think that she would do a thing like that.
I'm trying to figure out with what's going on between the ATK and Dunlop. Why she would work with Kevin so closely.
Oh, well, Kevin was there with her, below the mountain. He traveled with, blanking, with the Trident, powerful friends of Detheda and Dunlop. Kevin was welcomed, but he had other ambitions. He wanted to make a name for himself in the army, and prove his worth, prove to his old man that he could do things on his own. Kevin, he worked for the ATK, but he was always a square guy. Not like a nerd, like someone you could trust.
Huh. Here I thought I had one less person to care about, but no. Add him onto the list. Because forbid me for having a person in the ATK that I can hate, but no, apparently the one good commander I run into is a nice one, and Romero is nice and all, but he hasn't given me that strong of an impression.
You know where they went to? The Detheda's wagon.
Yeah, where everyone else is going to, the city, the ruins.
Not everybody's going there, my friend, but if you want to learn more, then maybe you need to find that wagon.
Runaway wagon.
I mean, that is what we're after here, right? Detheda. And that's where she would be, I think.
Why did I have to start caring about people? This sucks.
The things we do for shit pay.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. We haven't even been paid yet. Granted, I got a cool weapon out of it because of Kendall, but
If
that's
that
more
organ
Kendall's
is
thing.
really in trouble or in peril, then I know that you'll be handsomely rewarded when you save it.
I'm starting to think if it's worth it at this point. I go back working for coppers.
Perhaps not. That is why we are here drinking, enjoying ourselves. We have a pizza coming too.
You have pizza? I haven't had
That's
pizza
right.
in forever.
Even
Stay
I actually perk up at the sound of thought of pizza. I got a table over.
Stay and have a slice, my friends.
Kendall, they have pizza.
I pick up my pack with the, and you can see that the flap on the top of my backpack. It's barely latched because you can see the top of books through it. And I bring it
We're going
over.
to need more
Sit it
pizza.
down. Set it down next to.
Brutus drags a table over to their booth.
Do you like jokes?
Yes, of course.
I have a joke for you.
Let's hear it.
A bear and a rabbit are sitting in the woods,
Oh.
defecating. The bear looks over to the rabbit and says, "Do you have a problem with feces sticking to your fur?" The rabbit says, "No." So the bear picks up the rabbit and wipes his butt with the rabbit.
Didn't you tell us that one the other night?
Oh, were you there?
A good joke nonetheless. I'll remember it better in the future.
Thank you, I jest.
You did jest.
The pizza comes. The dwarves are most inviting for you to join their company and enjoy the pizza and drink with them. They offer to pay. They don't seem to have, much more information or insight other than the suggestion that you all follow the wagon that Detheda is supposed to be on. Conflicting information, perhaps Commander Hawkins with her, perhaps the ATK soldiers, perhaps the dwarves as well.
Wow. Dwarves are cool people.
So Ben, my understanding of Riverside is this is like a full-size city, right?
Yes, there are many amenities here.
What kind of it's like in a city you would have some people with wealth, right?
Yes.
Are we
So-
stealing?
Who would be like the movers and shakers? Is this like a military city where the military would be in control of like any wealth creating assets? Or
those with
is this-
larger ambitions are trying to recover sources or places of power within the ruined city to the north, within the ruined city of Nim-Nai-Ala. So here at Riverside, there are many shopkeepers, a lot of working class people, and then of course professionals that have set up their stores and shops here. The governance is under control of the ATK. It is a new city, less than 7 years old, and so it is a bit of a frontier city, but there are wealthy shop owners and the like.
So that's really my question was like, is this more like a government-run city where, government officials would hold all the money and power, or
This
is
is a
it more
city
like
that is
powerful families?
right. This is a city where many have sought sanctuary. So powerful families and people from Nim-Nai-Ala may have stayed here if they wish to reclaim their places within the ruined city, or they may have just continued journeying to other more established cities in the region.
Okay. Brutus, have you had your fill?
I don't feel the weird pain in my stomach anymore, so yes.
It might have just been gas, my friend. I can smell it from. I can smell it from here.
I bathed. I don't know why anyone says I'm stinky. What do I have to do next? Bathe again?
A man plainly dressed, carrying a satchel at his side, approaches your table. Brutus, I got a message for you. My name's Costner. I'm postman here in Riverside.
Oh, what up, Costner?
Costner hands you a scroll tied closed with twine.
Do I tip you? I would tip you.
No need.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And I take the scroll, and I'm kind of like eating bread in like one hand, and I'm like looking at the scroll in the other, and I kind of like twirl it and open it up, and I like keep it close to my chest so only I can read it.
Written in Goblin, it says, "Prepare the source, my friend. I am sending my iron shadows. They should reach Riverside in a 10-day."
Brutus thinks, what the hell is an iron shadow? Is this another one of his metaphors? Is he referring to like a great size of troops as an iron shadow, or?
You know that iron shadows are elite soldiers among the hobgoblins.
Does he list like a size, or is it just iron shadows are coming?
I am sending my iron shadows.
In 10 day, huh? 2 here. If you asked me that about, I don't know, 4 days ago, I would have said yes. Now I'm not so certain. Oh, bother. I look at the dwarves at the table, and I'm like, I'm just curious with all of you right here, right now. Thanks for the pizza, by the way. And he's like eating a slice. He's folded it. How are y'all with Condrazul and his army of hobgoblins that live west of Dunlop's?
Condrazul is an honorable man.
Oh.
But it is complicated. There are many who don't want to live side by side with the hobgoblins. They share the territory around Trident Lake. But they
seem safer than living by the ATK these days.
Yeah.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, I inappropriately interrupt him by saying that it seems safer than living next to the ATK these days.
Would not trust the ATK for a second.
That would be that's a smart position to take.
I think you'll be happy to know that a group of elite soldiers from him are showing up in a 10-day. So you guys seem real cool, and you shared pizza with me. So quite frankly, you're at the top of the list of friends that I have, and so I give this to you as a general warning. There's going to be some friction.
We'll heed the news. Thank you, friend.
Yeah. Just don't, spread it around too much. As I say, in an open public space.
Should we leave? Are they going to be attacking here?
No, they're showing up for me. I'm supposed to direct them to something. It's just that ATK is also here, so it might be a little spicy for a bit.
Good to know.
Yeah, great. God. Brutus looks stressed. He's got his hand on his head. He's just looking at this scroll. He's like, what do I do?
Ben, I get up and without making any eye contact, grab my satchel of books, and I retreat up to my room.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to sleep. If I can.
You have a room.
No,
you can go to sleep if you wish.
No, Nox, you may bunk with me if you wish. We can share the bed. And I walk up to the room and I lay down.
Do we only have one room again?
This time you guys have 2 rooms.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Kevin's room's available now, guys.
Oh, that's true, I guess. Yeah, vacancy.
So, anything that you guys wish to do? What's the general plan? Maybe we should come together to move this forward a bit.
Yeah. I want to do a little bit of reading. I have a book in my bag. It's called sorry, I just had it here. It's The Habit of Wild Things. It specializes in like beast lore, rare and poorly understood creatures.
Okay.
To read a little bit more about shapeshifters. But I also would light a candle and into the shadow. I'll look into the shadows and try and speak to the Lady of Shadows. And I'll just say to her, my lady, just in case you haven't been watching, unfortunately, once again, I was right in my suspicions of Commander Hawkins. The ATK has been compromised by shape-shifting creatures. And I would respectfully appreciate your favor and guidance.
Okay, you deliver your message to the shadows. There is no response at this point.
Well, that's okay. I don't think I probably wasn't expecting anything. That's okay.
Kendall, I put some information in chat for you. Sorry.
Sorry, Ben.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I've put some information in chat for you regarding doppelgangers that you would glean from your books.
Sweet, thank you.
Fellow downstairs hearing you talk to her. You could just come down and.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, what will it be? What do you guys have in mind to do?
I feel like it might be imprudent to follow all the wagon.
Yeah, Romero is cool and all, but to be kind of honest, after seeing that there could be 3 more doppelgangers within all the soldiers, and the amount of mess it's been already with just one person, Brutus doesn't want to deal with that. He doesn't even care about the ATK. Like, he thinks Romero's cool and he thinks Kevin's cool, and like that's all he cares about. Everyone else can just go do whatever. So he just wants to go find Detheda and to start working on this massive problem in front of him that's been delivered to him through a scroll. So I vote we just continue on the old dusty trail and follow that wagon.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I have no love for the ATK. I might even go so far as to say I like Lily Jude more than I like the ATK at this point.
Wow.
No-Nox, Elias, how do you feel about following the wagon north to the ruined city?
It's our best option right now. Everything's weird.
I think No-Nox's plans have all been thrown sideways a little bit. Like, his idea was like, I'm gonna come to Riverside a little bit and like just be famous overnight and just be rich and live the high life. And I think it's starting to sink in that this place is maybe not as glamorous as he thought. That the government is in complete disarray, and very clearly everything is so unstable. So at this point, I think his biggest interest would be the organ, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels like our only lead at this point, guys, unfortunately.
Before you guys follow this lead, in how many days' time would you like to set out?
Brutus doesn't have much to do in the meanwhile, besides read the one book he's got and just do exercises. So he's willing to leave right away, or however long the group wants to take. I don't know if he wants to be here when the elite group of soldiers show up. He doesn't know if he wants to be there or not. So, you know.
I had some... Sorry.
No, go for it.
I was going to say, I had some shopping I wanted to do, but I don't have anything to shop with, really.
I have no money.
Yeah. I would like to get some incense for a spell component, but it's like 10 gold pieces a pop. I wondered about maybe trading some hill giant's eyes. That's the only real thing I had on my to do. I'd like to get some new robes, but that can wait for now.
I was gonna say for me, at some point I would have to talk to you guys about the fact that I'm running a little low on songs.
Oh. Kendall has stories he could share with you that you might be able to turn into song.
It would take some time.
Brutus has war stories.
Frankly, I think for me, this thing that I carry around is becoming a bigger curse than I thought it would be.
Maybe it's time to find another. And Kendall's about to say sucker, and then he stops himself. Another
sucker.
Lucky recipient.
It wouldn't be the worst idea. I don't think I'll find anyone worthy of a trade in this area.
And so, Kendall, you were requesting the giant eyes from Brutus, right? So that you could use
them to
trade.
He gave them to me last session. He said he didn't have any use for them. Like, is that right? That's right, Brutus?
I just carve out random body parts to give to Kendall because he made my halberd cool. So
Kendall,
I'm like, take these.
Athena's apothecary will offer you 20 gold pieces for both eyes.
I would happily. That's a fair trade for me. I have no other current use for them, and that puts that serves a need. That's fantastic.
Short half-orc woman pays you the 20 gold and gladly accepts the eyes, plopping them into pickle jars.
And then she has, I assume as an apothecary, she has incense, so basically just buy 20 gold pieces worth of incense.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. She would trade you the
incense.
Incense
That's
for
okay.
The eyes.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's cool. Cool, thank you. And then in that evening, I will take the 2 minutes that it takes me to scribe Find Familiar into my spellbook.
Okay, very good. No, Nox, there's a bookstore, Bajildor's bookstore. He's a collector of rare books and magical scrolls, but he also has a small collection of popular tunes. Some of them collections, some of them individual pieces of sheet music. He would sell you a song for 2 silver.
I have enough for 3 songs.
Okay. He sells you the sheet music for these 3 songs. So you can perform them. Since you've never played them before, when you perform them, you'll just perform them at disadvantage. Unless you take some time to study the songs kind of in your downtime or overnight.
Sounds good.
If you want more music, I could give you some money. I have 4 gold.
This is enough for now.
Okay.
Does anybody else have anything they wish to do in Riverside before leaving?
You mentioned in Bajildor's bookstore he has magical scrolls. Yes. I don't have any money, but I would still just like to get an idea of what he might have available that I might visit him later.
Sure.
He has an array of wizardly arcane.
Absolutely. Spell scrolls of all types, of all schools. And recall, with our scroll rules, people don't have to be of the same class to cast a spell that is cast from a scroll. So he contains a variety of these, and then he also controls has wizard books as well, up to a spell book that actually contains a level 5 spell.
Ah, interesting.
Has 3,000 gold pieces.
1,700 for the book containing a level 5 spell. It also has a level 4 spell, 2 level 3 spells, 3 level 1 spells, and 2 cantrips. That is his most powerful book that he has for sale in his shop here.
Good one.
Wow. I hope that no one else comes by looking for that in the meantime. And I'll probably just take some time. Like if I walk in and see that he has books, I would just start perusing everything, cutting out all sort of attention to anything around. That's basically the equivalent of a child in the candy store.
Very good.
Hey Ben.
Yes.
For flavor, I found the songs that I'm gonna pick from Music Store.
Very nice.
It's gonna be We're Not Gonna Take It, I Wanna Rock, and Institutionalized.
Okay. Very good. If nobody else has anything they wish to do in Riverside, then why don't we take a break, and then when we come back, we'll head north to the ruined city of Nim-Nai-Ala.
Great idea.
North.
Let's steal a book.
All right, we're back. This is the Heroes Era, and we will continue where we left off. You guys rest for the evening, perhaps until the next morning, taking care of those things that you wish to have taken care of. And there's the path that leads north. Are you all ready to set out?
Yes, sir.
I'll just refresh my my spells I often cast daily. I'll refresh my mage armor and my gift of alacrity.
Bruce is all ready to head out.
I'll strap on my shield and all my new armor. Make sure everything is strapped on properly.
I help fit you into that armor.
You know, it's the second time I've had to wear it. Like, I have proficiency, but it's still, you know.
We're just looking at all the straps not adjusted. No, you don't.
It doesn't go like, doesn't it?
No. It goes like this, and you gotta make it real tight.
I knew those muscles were fake.
And you somehow have the shield wrong.
It's a piece of door. I don't think there's a right way.
No, you hold it by the knob.
Oh, okay, I see.
So, visitors typically approach the city by way of Open Hand Avenue. That is the long, the road that begins at the end of the long trail to the north, to the city. As you approach, you have journeyed for, about half of a day. And there's a broken cobblestone road that had once finely manicured cherry trees on either side. Now they're dried and withering, with spoiled fruit scattered upon the road. And these trees have become twisted, perhaps over the last several years, and they create strange figures along the path, their trunks warped into the shape of tormented bodies and faces. The stones of the path are upturned, they're sharp and misplaced, creating divots in the road over which carts or wagons cannot easily travel. You all are on foot, right?
Yeah, I don't think we have any animals.
Beyond this carefully placed border of twisting trees, there are vines and shrubs that have overgrown on the perimeter of this path, but they don't seem to encroach upon these twisted cherry trees. Instead, they're forming a wall of thorns and bramble that keeps the path quite secluded. As you do enter, go ahead.
Approach the city with some stealth, guys. I'm not sure that we're exactly traveling into friendly territory.
I wouldn't mind stealth. I'm just, I'm in clanky armor, so I'll try.
I mean, maybe not even complete stealth, but at the very least a little bit of
Subtlety?
yeah, just a bit of incognito.
I'm curious what pathway the cart may have taken, given the state of the pathway leading in.
And surely a cart would have to pass slowly here. So perhaps you'll even catch up to it.
Well, it's kind of like that. The whole roadway is kind of like that, Ben.
Yes, the road there is kind of a naturally worn path, dirt and rocks, larger rocks cleared out of the way. So for most of that traveling, a wagon or cart would not have much trouble. But here, as you do reach the broken cobblestone path, it would be a bit more difficult to pass. Do you guys wish to use stealth as you approach and perhaps move around the twisted trees along the border of the path rather than straight down the broken cobblestone?
Yes, please. As soon as the city's somewhat in view, I think we might want to try and get as much out of eyeshot as possible. I personally would like, at least.
Sure, and you do see the skyline of the city. Several large towers still standing. Surely 7 years ago there were many more buildings forming the skyline, but now there are just a handful. Yes, if you would all roll stealth, please, if you wish.
Oh boy.
I'm right there with you, friend.
I swear.
Got 22 myself.
I swear I'm not bad at this, guys.
Did I stutter?
Yeah, I'm in at 19.
I got a
21.
1.
21.
I mean, logically, the louder you guys are, the more hidden Elias and I will be.
That's why nobody's paying any attention to us. These two clanking along.
Do do
Absolutely.
do do do.
It's the age-old saying of the person being chased by the bear. They don't then run the bear; they run you.
Yep.
But I am a bugbear.
That's the pun.
Oh. Looks boredly at the forest.
Sure. And
I
so
told the
you
joke.
try to walk quietly down the sides of the path here. Brutus stumbling on the upturned rocks, making quite a ruckus. As you do walk down and around the trees, you see that there are corpses bound to the trees by vines, branches that have twisted around them and begun to pull these bodies close. There are 3 bodies like this that you see. Their chest cavities splayed open. They've been stripped of whatever they were wearing, their innards removed. All that is left is a hollowed out torso with meat picked from the leg bones.
Ugh. Grizzly.
Can we tell what they used to be?
People or elves?
Okay. Humans or elves or...
Right.
Okay.
And just as you notice these 3, you hear a voice ahead. Please, help me. Please. You see...
Male or female?
It sounds like a male voice. It seems to have seen at least Brutus. And yes, he is shouting to the group of you.
Brutus, knowing that he was being a very loud man, like usual, sighs like, oh, this never gets to work. And he walks out into the middle of the road, and he summons his shadow, and he keeps it 30 feet in front of him. And he's just going to walk towards this voice and say, "Well, you need help? What's wrong?"
Yes, help me. And you see this is a young man restrained by thorned vines, that are twisted around one of the cherry trees, and they hold this slender elf tightly against the trunk. His clothes are ragged and torn, and his face is gaunt with sunken cheeks, his skin drawn tightly across his face. His cracked lips part, and he hisses again, "Please help me."
Does he look like an Eladrin? Or just a normal elf?
Yes.
Alright, did whatever did this to you nearby? Am I gonna get jumped when I help you?
It is the vultures I fear now. Release me before they feast.
Alright, and I'm gonna have my shadow just cut at the vines and try and get him out of there. I'm not getting close to it. I'm touching it with a 30-foot pole.
And a large branch of the cherry tree swipes at your shadowy replica, dispelling it upon impact.
I summon my shadow again, and I keep him. I like, all right, keep going, keep cutting him free.
And again, the long limbs of the cherry tree swipe out at your magic, dispatching it before it is able to cut the elf free.
Oh boy.
Does anyone have a bow?
That tree, it hates you, huh? If I
wouldn't call it my friend. And do the group of you approach as well?
Yeah, I'll start to sort of move over there with them.
Candle,
I'm gonna hit
no knocks.
I'm gonna hold back a bit. I want to start loading a crossbow bolt.
I'm gonna have my shadow. I'm gonna summon him again, and instead of going right up next to the tree, he's gonna stand 15 feet away and use the very tip of his range to cut at the vines and see if it still slaps him.
The tree slaps at the shadowy visage of the outstretched weapon, kind of knocking it away from the target.
Okay,
The thorned vines tighten around, and the man cries out in pain. Please!
My friends, no knocks. You may need to put this gentleman out of his misery before he alerts more attention to us. I kind of just like looking at your crossbow.
Guys, I know I'd like kind of tortured a guy, not like yesterday, but this is kind of bleak.
I was gonna say, I tend to kill people with kindness, not so much with
the crossbow bolt.
Crossbow bolts.
I could go and just do it myself. And just kind of take the hits.
No, Nox, this could be considered kindness if that's what you need it to be.
Hey, Elias? Elias,
yes?
You can't talk to trees?
Kendall's kind of fucked up. Talk about killing a guy. Like a mercy kill over here. I'm whispering this.
Yeah, he gets a little getting a little excited.
Just makes sense, guys. He's gonna.
Can't talk to trees. You can't.
You might as well. Might as well be ringing a dinner bell.
Can't make him put him down. Is that one of your things?
Yeah, I mean,
No knocks.
Kind of makes some good points.
No knocks and Kendall, as you stand by one of the trees, stepping out to kind of, at least get an eye on what is happening, you notice the tree next to you shifting much in the same manner, and a large limb comes from the cherry tree swinging at you, No Knocks. Will everybody please roll initiative?
Oh, all right. Well, this makes it simple. Never first.
Well, good old lucky number 13 for me.
I'll take another 21.
Oh. Did I roll 1? Oh. 3.
Now here's the trick. Can you guys see the map?
I can.
What if I
It's
tell
coming
you
in.
no as a joke?
Just coming into
No.
focus for me still, Ben. Yeah.
Chuckle,
Oh,
chuckle.
wow.
There, okay.
Alright, I little
Nice.
stinker.
Love these maps, man. It's like
Yeah.
OG Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, this is a very, very scroller style. I love it.
It's colorful.
I can see
Where
the
are
map.
we?
I can't see myself.
We're right,
Oh,
like in the
there,
middle.
there. Now I see it. All right.
And where's these things? Oh, okay.
Which tree was the guy on?
So you can see there's like these bodies tied to the trees. They're kind of reddish in color. This
Yeah.
one higher up on the map is the one that is still alive.
Okay,
Are those
so he would be
dead
over.
Spider-Mans?
Spider-Man, no!
Dead Deadpools.
It's a pool of dead Deadpools.
And no, Nox, this branch is swinging at yourself and Elias from the tree here just next to you. And I will try to move something out here for that. But you can go ahead first, please, no Nox.
All right. I don't have a lot of like tree killing spells. It's not. I know it's surprising, but it's not one of my fortes.
Oh, to dehydrate?
You'd be surprised if I said so.
Cast industrialize.
I cast Industrial Revolution.
Steam engine. Oh my god. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast mirror image and try to take a defensive stance.
See that, man.
And if I can, would you say I'm currently within its range?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out if it's worth just taking a hit and getting out of there. So it's this tree that's next to me, right?
The one with the token, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I feel like it's better to get out of there. I'm gonna take the hit to move away.
Or not. Doesn't have to hit you.
The tree tries to slam into you as you attempt to move away. 25.
That'll hit. Let me see if it'll if one of my
Duplicates take it.
duplicates will take it, yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
1d20. So that will be absorbed by one of my duplicates.
Okay.
Nice.
That was far. Okay, nice job, man.
And I'm gonna keep moving because I don't think that being there is a good option. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Literally the exact opposite of where I was, and I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay. And as you do so, one of these long cherry tree limbs smacks out and tries to hit Elias.
Hey.
23.
Miss.
And you'll take 16 bludgeoning damage from the girth of this tree.
Oh my goodness.
So these things have reach.
Elias, you're up.
It would seem.
These trees
Yes, they
have
have very long limbs.
Yes, I am, but not by much.
No.
Wait, went too far down.
Seems I don't have the advantage in this battle.
Hmm. Okay. So that was from this big tree right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's fun. This is a good thing that's happening.
We kill tree that has the one living guy. I feel like we should kill at least one of these trees for like a kind of safe zone.
Yeah.
Of like 1 square.
God, I don't have much. Okay. I am going to use that's a con save. It's a tree. It's probably got mad constitution. Okay, I'm going to I'm going to use my bonus action to use my my face step to get out of harm's way here.
Okay.
Out of immediate danger anyway. And I'll just go to I can't grab my token.
No. So
No.
close. So close.
Almost.
Oh. I had you mixed up with Kendall there. Sorry. I'm going to switch your guys' spots, and then I'll make sure you have control over it.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Oh, that was oh, I see now. Yep, that makes more sense. Okay.
Can you operate your token?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna teleport over to this cut down tree because that's the only one I feel safe near. And then once from over here, so that was my bonus action. And then with my action, I'm going to. It feels like some fire spells will be really good right about now, but I don't have any of those. So we're gonna go with the opposite. And I'm gonna throw an ice knife at that tree that just hit me.
Okay.
So that will be a. Oh, there we go. Come on now. Come on.
24 will hit.
24 to hit. And then they'll also need to make a dex save. They're going to take 2 piercing damage, and then they need to make a dex save for the 7 cold.
Okay. A 5.
Fails. So they take the 7 cold damage as well. Terrible damage output, but hey, that's my turn.
Okay. And as you move across the path, out of the range of these trees, you're next to a tree stump. So, no doubt this one does not have, the tree stump does not have limbs that will reach out to attack you. However, you see, when you appear, you're still facing straight down the path. Before you turn to look, you see vultures and other large creatures perched upon the tops of these cherry trees.
Good.
Ahead on the path.
Those are the red ones, Ben?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, are those the red? Those are the red represented red trees, or those are the green ones with the red dots in them, the cherry trees?
Yes, they are all or were all once cherry trees. These individual ones on either side of the path, plotted intentionally. Some of them in worse state than others, some of them having been felled. But then ahead on the path, Elias, you do see all of these vultures and large, monstrous creatures perched atop the trees. They gaze at you hungrily. And after Elias is Kendall.
You okay over there, Elias? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be all right for now.
Just mind your step, guys. It's going to get a bit warmer in here. I flip my spellbook open to the right page, and with that, begin weaving some words of magic, and a ball of fire is going to appear right next to the tree that lashed out at my friend Elias.
Uh-oh. We're gonna burn the forest down.
There it is. Sorry. It's not my forest. I'll just drag my token on. So with my bonus action, I'll as the ball of fire appears, Ben will kind of roll it into the tree that was swiped at Elias at the bottom there,
Okay.
and then it'll just kind of settle next to it where I have it there on the page.
Okay.
And then from that point, I'm just going to take one step closer to my friend Elias. This way. Is there on the pathway, are certain squares harder terrain than others, or is just to denote where the road is going to fall in?
It is all passable terrain at this point, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Sorry, so I will need the tree to make a DC 14 Dex save.
Okay, and does that happen at the end of its turn?
Because I rolled it into it in that as my bonus action, so it would take it right away, as far as I understand.
Thank you.
The bonus action, you can move the sphere. If you ran
11.
the sphere, creature must make Okay, so it will take 11 fire damage.
Okay. Then after Kendall is Brutus.
Uh-oh. I look towards the guy who's being grabbed by the tree. No, I know it looked like it was trying to keep a hold of him when I was trying to saw off the vines. Does it seem to be actively hurting him, or is it just keeping a hold of him until he starves to death?
These vines have long, sharp thorns upon them that are piercing into his torso, his arms and legs, puncturing his skin, and he's bleeding.
I made it worse. I'll come help you in a second.
Don't leave me.
I won't. I'm gonna have my shadow, which is right here. He blends into the road a little bit. Attack the tree that has been piled on so far by my friends twice from at a range. Hopefully, not gonna be attacked when he moves after this. We're just gonna do 2 normal swings. Ching ching. Oh, one horrible one. An 8 and a 15.
The 15 will hit the tree.
I hope it would hit a tree. That's 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna have my shadow move just one square. Yeah, just one square up. And that'll be it.
Okay, and your halberd lobs off one of the long limbs of this awakened tree. Further ahead on the path, you hear crows cawing and calling out, vultures calling out, and they lift into the air. And with the shrieks of these birds, you hear a haunting song, a terrible melody. And will everybody please make a wisdom saving throw?
Interesting. I got this funny little feature, Fey Ancestry. Would that apply?
Yes.
I got that too.
Glad it applies because I am bad at these.
Jeez. Didn't do me much good.
Okay. And you see these monstrous creatures with large wings perched upon the cherry trees, and they are all singing at you. The haunting song has no effect on you at first. But then you hear another voice join in chorus, and everybody please make wisdom saving throws.
Same deal?
Same
thing, yes.
If you save once, does it have any bearing on the next one?
Not in this situation. These are different creatures calling out with different melodies.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, 3.
And am I waiting on one from Elias, I think? Another wisdom save.
A wisdom save? No, I rolled it, didn't I?
Yes, there's another melody singing out.
Oh, shoot, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you say there was
okay.
the other one. My mistake.
Okay. Kendall and No Nox, you are caught up in the magic of this song, entranced, and you're charmed.
Okay.
So on your turn, you must move towards the harpy by the most direct route, and yes.
Dragon harpies.
What are they doing in the woods?
And you're also charmed. Excuse me. The vultures fly into the air.
Uh-oh, this guy's gonna get torn apart.
And Elias, the swarm of vultures approaches you.
What I do to everybody? You throw one ice knife.
Elias, I mean, you're the animal guy. I don't know why everything wants to kill you all the time. Is it... Do you like animals, but animals don't like you? Is that...
I guess. Nature don't like me today, I tell you that much.
They
That's
really
a
don't
lot.
like you.
That's so many. That's too many, really.
And
Like,
these vultures,
don't you worry? Don't you worry they're going to think it's too many?
The vultures swoop down upon you and try to peck at you with their beaks. 3 of them close enough to do so, Elias.
I might watch Elias get torn apart.
A 14.
Miss.
A 14. And
Miss.
a 17.
Okay, that one hits.
Okay. And these seem like common vultures, as big as they are. And you'll take just 2 piercing damage. And
Told you that wasn't even enough. You gotta bring more than that.
one of the monstrous creatures flies into the air and approaches you, swooping down.
Oh, wow.
And claws at you.
Why do birds hate you?
You don't have to do that.
Oh!
Miss, and then a critical hit. So
The
I'll roll,
duality.
and
Cool.
I'll take
That's
the first roll plus max damage. So take 14 damage.
Cool. I'm still standing, baby. Can't keep me down.
I don't think birds like you.
I'm sorry, 15. So
Still
and
standing.
the other monstrous creatures conclude their melodies and survey the battlefield here. Next is No Nox.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm trying to figure out one thing. So currently I'm incapacitated, which means I don't have actions, correct?
Right.
Okay. So I don't have actions. I ignore the songs of other harpies. And I have to move, because I'm more than 5 feet away, I have to move towards it, right?
That's right.
Now, which harpy do I have to move towards?
I was going to ask too.
This one on the left side of the path.
other side. Okay, the one closest to me on the left side, right?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I'm trying to figure out, like, would it be the most direct path? So diagonally?
Yes.
Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
As you move away from the cherry tree, one of its limbs lashes out at you, trying to swipe you. Swipe at you. 14 to hit?
That will miss.
Okay.
And I believe because I don't have any actions or bonus actions, because I'm incapacitated, that's about as far as I can get.
Okay.
And then at the end of my turn, I would get another save?
Yes.
Alright. I don't think that saves.
2 is not going to do it. After Elias, or excuse me, after No Nox, you move forward, and this large tree that is clutching at the elf, its thorns surrounding the tree and impaling it. A very large branch swings out at you, trying to slam into you. For 13, will miss. Further down on the path, the one that is near the flame is going to move towards Brutus quite slowly.
You can move?
Strides forward onto the path, its roots uplifting, and it walks on many small tendrils.
This changes things.
False advertisement.
Slams into you, or tries to, but an 8 will not hit.
Go back to your hole, tree.
From across the path, the one that was awakened as No Nox left its vicinity is going to...
No, do hit me.
Go
I changed my
towards
mind.
Kendall, and a large branch from the cherry tree swipes out with a 20 to hit Kendall.
I can't take reactions, right?
Correct.
That'll hit.
Okay, you'll take 13 bludgeoning damage.
Right.
Now you.
So you're also charmed?
So, Kendall, since you took damage, you can make a saving throw.
Nice.
Because this was not the harpy that entranced you.
Yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to read that thing.
Oh, no.
So you can repeat your wisdom saving throw.
Right on. Cool. Good.
Elias is the only person I got to help me, and he is being killed by birds.
And
Hey,
Kendall,
I'm still standing.
this large limb just smacks it out of you, and you're back to your normal self here.
Nice.
Next is Elias, bloodied, surrounded by the flock of vultures and the monstrous harpy perched above you.
The bloodied overlay is if you're down to a third or lower, right?
Yes, please.
Just wanted to make sure. Okay. Cool. I have 1 hit point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those vultures really got him, huh?
Yeah, dude. Okay. I am going to use my second phase step. This time it's going to play in a little bit more, though, because every creature that I can see within 5 feet of me must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become frightened of me until the end of my next turn as I teleport out of here.
Okay, I'll start with the leftmost vulture and make 3 saves.
Okay.
Going right. 16, 17, 15.
Yeah, those will all save.
Those vultures do not care.
And now the harpy.
Vultures are fearless, actually. That makes a tremendous amount of sense to me.
And 18.
18 also succeeds. Cool. That was a fun little game we played. Anyway, I'm gonna teleport all the way down to here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to
I didn't know there was many tanks in this group. I thought that was just the one.
Have the right thing. I'm going to use my action to wild shape into a. Let's go with a giant wolf spider. That looks like fun. Is that in my range? Yeah.
Hey, I kept the flaming sphere.
Very good. And Elias, you've noticed that these trees can reach out about 10 feet. Would you like me to place you to the right a little bit? Like right there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to delete your token, and now you're the wolf spider.
Perfect.
Do you have access to that in your journal?
Yeah, it's on here. I got it.
Cool. Okay. Okay,
All right,
will that
so
be all from Elias?
Yeah, I think that's enough for me.
Okay. And so you've, gotten out of this swarm of vultures and the harpy that were above your head. Next is Kendall.
Awesome. How's everybody doing here, guys? I'm not really liking the situation. I'd much rather be in the library if we can make that happen.
So good.
I haven't been hit.
Ben, just to clarify, was this one here? This tree was the tree that I hit with the flaming sphere?
Yes.
Yes.
Right next to
Brutus.
So it didn't move. It moved about 10 feet.
That's right.
Is that fair to say? I was trying to get a gauge of how far they can actually move. That's all. Sorry. Kendall, I begin muttering some words of magic, and I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast a Misty Step, and I'm going to appear back here by my friend the wolf spider. That's my bonus action, and then I will actually pull out my spell book, begin reciting some words of magic, and this large gong kind of manifests from out of my spell book and rings out as I cast the Toll the Dead at the tree that hit me. Oh shoot! Sorry, rolling 2. It's this guy here. He gets a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw, or he'll take 4 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Cool. There you go. 4 necrotic damage. Yeah, I don't like this too much, guys.
Yeah.
And then that'll I think I'm just going to take an extra step back into the middle over here, and that'll be for me for now.
Okay, and the tree that was burned by your fiery orb is still alight in flames to represent it being bloodied.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I overlooked the vulnerability originally, but yes, because it is vulnerable, then it is taking a significant amount of damage.
Okay. Well, I didn't even think that was thing. That's awesome. Thank you. For semantics, I didn't move the flaming sphere because it's a bonus action, and I Misty Stepped this bonus action.
Thank you.
No problem. That's all for me. Sorry.
Okay.
Thanks.
After Kendall is Brutus, and this tree is, ambling towards you. It's caught aflame in the sense that it is bloodied, and yes, it looms over you.
Get away from me! And I'm gonna have my shadow swipe at it twice because I don't want a big flaming tree to hit me. That would kind of suck. 13?
A 13 will hit, and although you're closer, your shadowy replica swipes at it from behind you.
For 6 slashing damage?
Okay.
I am going to actually action surge because There's a lot of things on this field, and I'd rather there be one less thing. My shadow is going to yet again swipe at this thing twice. I'm yelling, like, come on, just hit it. Like, actually hit it, please. A 14
hits.
For 12 slashing damage.
Yes, and then your halberd strikes it in its kind of, withered and decayed trunk, and it is chopped, severed, and it falls over, defeated.
Ooh,
the life
breathing
taken from it.
One down.
Breathing room is good.
You would have said about teamwork?
I don't know what to do about No-Nox. He's kind of... He'll figure it out. And Brutus is going to have his shadow move into the range of all of these things and is going to slash at the harpy because he has one more attack. Oh wait, no, we've done this before, haven't we? With the attack and then moving with my
right, moving breaks up the
Well, if that was the case, then I would just have him attack this tree right here as well.
Okay. Yeah, and I might have that wrong. I'll think on that.
Here, I'll lay out the two things for you so you can read it. But I'll just attack the tree first. Don't worry, it doesn't matter anyway because it wouldn't have hit.
Okay.
All things are not right in the world. And the shadow is still going to move into that place. In between the tree and the harpy.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to move 5, 10 feet back. And that'll be it.
Okay. The harpy swoops down, clawing at your shadowy replica.
Oh, I probably could move further. Oh well. 17 hits it. He's gone.
Okay.
Dust.
The harpy flies further down the battlefield, perching atop a cherry tree that still has cherries.
Uh-oh.
The harpy that is entranced No-Nox flies past him, swiping at him twice. Its vicious claws reaching out. 6 and a 5. Wow.
Good lucky break.
I'm sorry, but because you're incapacitated, it should have advantage, so that will be the first.
Incapacitated? I don't believe it does. Unless it's a harpy specific thing.
Oh, you're right. Thank you. I just assumed for some reason. I assumed it.
It's usually because of stunned and paralyzed and all that fun jazz.
It just prevents you from using actions of any kind.
Yes, and then the harpy is here as it is swiped at you. It is aloft in the air, about 10 feet up. And the many vultures then swarm you, No-Nox.
Oh God. They're coming.
And they kind of, the closer ones kind of swarm and spin above your head, while the other two more distant close in until they all strike at once, swooping down upon you.
No-Nox is about to get 5 wisdom saves. Sorry. Yeah, make that 6.
And the first attack here should be at advantage. That's okay. 17 will hit.
Miss.
Oh, I should roll with advantage. And here's my second attack. 10. Okay.
Will miss.
Okay.
It's like...
And then
it's good he's not taking damage, but it's not good he's also not taking damage.
Yeah.
Miss.
Wow, that armor is doing work
Miss.
though.
Yeah, you have a shield and armor now, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and many of the vultures just for some reason just plow into the shield at your side.
It's very shiny. That's probably why. It's got the shiny, what is it? The doorknob?
Polish? Oh yes, the doorknob. Yeah, because it's a door. It's a nice brass one.
Oh my god.
From further down the path, the harpy flies closer and perches on a near cherry tree. And next is No Nox.
No Nox, your turn is over.
Yeah, it is because since it's within 5 feet of me, I can't move.
Right, at the end of your turn, you can make your wisdom saving throw.
Awesome. And actually, Ben, I'm gonna use one of the charges from my instrument to do this at advantage.
Okay.
So that gives me advantage on the next saving throw.
Very good. And you conjure up the remaining knowledge of this song, or the song that is now possessed within your instrument, and a 15 you'll save.
All right. So at the end of my turn, I save from this charm effect.
Okay. And a giant limb of the cherry tree behind you tries to slam into you through the clutter of birds. Oh, and 11. Not do it.
He's a better tank than I am. Look at him go. I'm so proud.
Tree ambles forward towards the large spider and tries to slam into it.
Nah, I don't gotta do that.
21.
That'll probably hit the spider.
For 14 bludgeoning damage.
That will take out the spider and knock me unconscious.
Great.
Okay.
Wonderful.
You appear in place of the spider and are knocked unconscious.
Yep. I'll bring him back out. Hang on.
Ah, lovely. Elias is knocked out again.
Okay.
Nature
So-
really hates this guy.
Elias, your initiative moves to before the trees.
Right.
Yeah, something about that should be rethought a little bit, maybe. Maybe if you're brought up, then maybe then your initiative might shift to after the person who's brought you up if your turn has been skipped, but I don't know, then it's getting so complicated. After the trees attack is Kendall.
Wow,
I've
a
seen
lot has
this
changed.
tree amble towards Elias and strike him down.
A lot can change in 6 seconds, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't like this at all. You okay over there, Brutus? If I try and
Oh, I
sort
am.
of out what's going on over here?
I'm very fine. Don't worry about me.
Well, I first thing with my bonus action, Kendall just kind of reaches a hand, kind of pointing at his ball of fire, and just kind of like gestures this way as it rolls into the. I measured it out before. It just rolls past here into this tree right here, and then just settles next to it.
Okay.
So he gets a DC 14. I can bring it up again. I should do it anyways, because I have to roll. Sorry. Too many pages.
A 10 will fail.
All right. Nice. Let's roll like max damage. That'd be great, right?
Yeah. There you go.
That ain't bad. It's vulnerable.
Decent damage.
9 fire
It's not
damage.
max. It's not bad.
The fire scorches this tree, damaging it badly.
And then Kendall's just gonna move up about here. Again, reciting some words of magic, and I'm gonna lay a hand on my dear friend Elias. I don't like seeing him drop, although I think he might like actually being on the ground because he seems to be there a lot.
Everyone would make fun of
something I ponder,
Elias.
but would never say out loud. No, never. I
Everyone
would
make
never
fun
make
of
fun of
him.
him like that to his face. There you go. That's a max roll on the cure wounds for Elias.
Hey. It's alive.
And then I'm just gonna take a couple of steps back this way. And that'll be my turn. But I'm just out of the corner of my eye, taking a gander down down towards No-Nox just to get a sense of how things are doing at that end.
He's actually doing surprisingly well. I've been watching him.
And you see the vultures
He
repeatedly
likes
slam
birds.
into his shiny new shield. He doesn't seem terribly affected at this point.
My door has gotten a lot of use from him than it has from me.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
After Kendall is Brutus.
Brutus is gonna summon his shadow. It's gonna pop him in. Oh, right there. For reference. And then his shadow is just going to slash at this tree twice, hoping for a good attack. Maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. 24 and 21. Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, 12 and 14. I'm playing the fighter, guys. I'm doing damage. 26.
And you hack off several of its large limbs. The tree is badly damaged, effectively bloodied.
And then his shadow form is going to just kind of step. It's going to move right there between the two harpies and the tree. And Brutus himself is going to move. Where's 30 feet from my guy? Pretty far.
I'm thoroughly impressed you can see that, man. I can't see your shadow. Like,
it definitely blends in.
Yeah.
Does well.
He's doing his job. He's believing. And then I'll move there. And yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. And the swarm of vultures around No-Nox dive again.
Beautiful.
My highest is 118.
That will hit.
And
That's
the
an
others are
critical.
still drawn to the shield for whatever reason, but one does make it through, pecking at you viciously with its beak for 3 damage.
I'll take it.
You have mirror image though.
Oh, that's right.
The vultures may not land a hit yet.
I forgot about that. 1d20. So I have to roll. What is it?
12
think
or
it's like
better.
Sorry, it's been a while. I have
Oh,
to
wait.
scroll up all
The
the way.
lowest is like 6, right? It starts at 6 and then goes up.
Because you have 3, you know.
Yeah,
so-
6, 8, 11.
6, 8, and 11. Okay.
Okay, so it has to be higher than an 8.
Oh, okay.
No, I think it has to be an 8 or higher.
8 or higher, yeah.
Okay, so it's roll 1d20.
Good odds. Okay.
8.
You know, maybe it would have been preferable for it to get past it.
I think it's more humiliating for them that they couldn't even hit me once. So I'll
So
take
one
it.
of your replicas is dispelled, right?
Yes.
Okay. 8. What are the numbers? 8, 10, and then 12? Or
No,
That's starts at 6 and then 8 and then 11.
He's
Yeah,
lost
When
one
there's
already
just, when there's
before
just
this.
one, it's 11. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So he has one last one
Yeah,
left.
The third harpy reveals its hideous voice and sings its luring song. Everybody please make wisdom saving throws.
Shut the hell up,
This is
Harpy.
A charm effect.
I want to see something.
Our wisdom saves.
Screw these Harpies.
Yeah, 18.
16, 18, 18.
Ben, I'm gonna use another charge
Okay.
to make this with advantage.
Okay.
I feel like it's important. 11.
It's the music, No-Nox. You just love the music.
I just can't help myself.
You succeed.
No more harpies.
One of the harpies flies around the downed body of Elias and swoops down at Kendall.
Oh, you dirty rat.
16.
Oh, I instinctively see this claw coming in, and I put my hand up, and a magic shield kind of envelops my body, thwarting the. It would have gotten through had it not been for the shield.
And another claw attacks, swiping at you for 18.
18 will also ting off of the shield.
Okay.
I don't like this taking hits, guys. This isn't how we drew it up.
You're doing so great.
No knocks. The harpy near you sees that the vulture's floundering against your shield. And if you're wielding a melee weapon, you can make an attack as it flies off. Flying past Brutus.
I'm not, unfortunately. I still hold a loaded crossbow in my other hand.
And the harpy claws at you, Brutus. 14.
Get out of here.
And 21.
Fine.
It'll take you just 3 slashing damage from the harpy.
You suck at this. Go back into the woods. Think about what you've done. Leave. I just point to the forest.
Is no knocks.
All right. How are my friends doing? They look a little beat up.
Ow.
So good.
I'd rather be in the library, but I'm okay for now.
I'm a little scratched.
I love nature.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to use one of my bardic abilities called. I think you guys are aware of this one. Mantle of Inspiration. So I'm gonna expand the use of bardic inspiration as a bonus action to allow all of you 5 temporary hit points.
Thank you.
And if you wish to use your reaction, you can move up to your speed without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Well, I certainly take the hit points.
I'm going to use the movement to move 2 squares to the right.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my action to cast a little spell you're aware of called Thunderwave. Which I believe should allow me to hit all of these birds, these pesky birds.
Oh, and more, I think. No, just the birds. I lied.
15-foot cube.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Let's see it.
15-foot cube. Nice.
So that'll be
con saves.
that'll be for all of them, 2d8.
I'll start on the top right and work my way counterclockwise.
So that's 11 total damage.
Not an advantage. And
So that's
I
a
need to-
fail.
What do I need to beat here? 14.
14. That's a save. Fail, fail. Fail, fail. So one of them saves. The rest take 11. That one takes 5.
You're pushed, right?
And all of the vultures are blasted back by your thunder and slain. Some of them crashing into the cherry trees, the others just falling limp in the bushes and twisting vines on the side of the path. The entire flock dispelled.
Nicely done.
And let's see. We have a harpy.
Some trees.
Some trees. I still have plenty of movement, so I'm gonna make my way. Since I don't provoke attacks of opportunity, I'm gonna take the straightest path towards Elias because I think he was the one that was hurt the worst.
Why are you not provoking attacks of opportunity?
It's my ability. I use my bonus action.
The mantle of inspiration.
Okay.
So because of that, I'm using the straightest path to get to Elias, which gets me right there.
Am I missing where it says you don't provoke attacks of opportunity?
Right at the bottom of the middle paragraph, Ben.
Okay, that's with the movement that is granted by the ability when you can take your move.
Yes.
Right, moving up to your speed as part of that bonus action. Is that right?
Yes.
Part of the reaction.
Yeah, I guess you only moved 10 feet with it. Yeah, when you moved.
So for semantics' sake, we'll say you just avoided the harpy, but it will only prevent attacks of opportunity on that first movement that you take up to your speed.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Don't listen to him, Ben. He's trying to cheat. He's trying to cheat you out of opportunity attacks.
Is that all from No Nox?
That's all.
Okay, then is Elias.
All right. Elias
has risen.
Yes, he has risen. He is. He's feeling a little bit better, but he's also very upset now. So he is going to. He's going to reach into his little component pouch that he's got on his hip, and he's going to pull out a bit of some moonseed plant and a piece of opalescent feldspar.
Oh my!
Use those to start conjuring up some spells, and he's going to cast Moonbeam, centered right here, and that'll catch everything in a 5-foot radius. So I should be able to get the harpy and the tree there.
Okay.
Let me
Try to do this real quick. He's good.
get this post in here. Come on.
And this is for a con save?
Yeah. There it
Oh,
goes.
whoops. We'll do a con save instead.
For your shadows also caught in there. Okay.
Yeah, he's good.
Your shadow's there.
Yeah.
Very
He
hard to
blends
see.
in.
Very
Don't
shallow.
worry. If he dies, he dies. It's fine.
All right. Well, nothing happens just yet. Anyway, so because I think it's just
The awakening
First time-
fails.
at the beginning of their turn or whatever. I don't think it's when it initially lands.
It does take 2d10 on a failed save,
Yeah.
or half as
Yeah.
much on a successful one.
Oh, then I'm just gonna go ahead and delete him now. Wait, no, he can still be there.
Yeah. When a creature enters the spell's area for first time on a turn or starts its turn there, is when they take the damage. So they'll take the damage on their turn. But
Yeah.
it's there.
My shadow doesn't go poof yet, but he definitely will.
Oh,
He's
I'm
gonna.
sorry. I see.
Yeah.
My
He will
mistake.
not live to see tomorrow. This version
If
of
it wasn't the moonbeam, he would have taken it from the flaming sphere, Bodhi.
Oh, yeah, that's true. This guy is not long lived.
I'll hold over the saves that I made. One failed, so
Okay.
is that the all from Elias?
No, he's going to use a bonus action for his Balm of the Summer Court. I'm gonna give a little bit of healing into myself here. And I'm gonna do 2d6 for me. Try to get myself.
Elias can have a little healing as a treat.
Yeah, just a little treat just for myself. Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Ooh,
good.
ooh.
That's good.
Hey, there you go.
Ooh.
All right, I'll take that. 11.
Okay.
I'm back, baby.
Very nice.
That'll be my turn.
Okay, and the tree is caught in the moonbeam and
Yes.
fails its save and is badly damaged now.
And the flaming sphere as well.
Yeah, that's at the end of his turn now.
Oh.
So it's should I roll? I guess I should roll moonbeam damage.
I
was
took
it,
your
2d12?
9 radiant
you
damage
did,
that was rolled.
Oh,
with
did I
the
roll it
spell.
up already? Oh, that's right. I rolled it when I did the thing. Okay.
The tree ambles down, trying to escape the fire. And it tries to slam into Elias with one of its girthy branches. With a 20 to hit.
Whoa,
my
why'd you say it
goodness.
like that, Ben?
Seriously. Did it buy me dinner first?
Did it give me a healing potion
You take
before?
16 damage from the tree, from its
How much-
girthy limb.
Yeah, them druids, baby. They love nature.
Those roots do take up water.
Oh god.
And oh my god, guys. The tree with the elves within its clutches tightens the vines around it, squeezing the life from this Eladrin.
That guy's dead.
He ceases to move or speak.
He's not dead. He hasn't used his safe word yet.
Yeah. This was voluntary,
Pulling
actually.
it nice and tight.
it's
It's like a compression blanket, you know? It feels like a nice hug.
Yeah.
Except it hurts.
Like a good hurt.
What are we doing here?
Oh, I think he has like a red bracelet on. I don't know what that means.
Kendall kind of has his eyes kind of firmly fixed on this harpy. But I heard Elias mention something about liking druids love nature, and I just wondered if do they like armor? Joke. I'm gonna make a joke. And then he looks over at his flaming sphere and just does like a nod like this with his head, because I'm looking at this harpy. But the flaming sphere is gonna kind of roll into this tree here and then just settle behind it.
Okay.
So sure, I gotta.
And the tree is badly burnt and falls to the ground, turning quickly to ashes.
And I put the ability up in the chat, but I'll just bring it up again because it's changed pages. As I pull out this like, it's almost like a ball of electrical energy. Gosh, looking at this thing, I'm sorry guys. But then as it's in my hand, it kind of changes into a ball of fire, and Kendall releases a thunder wave, but instead of doing thunder damage, it's going to do fire damage. As he's able to reshape the magic that he has into different elements. So I'm going to need I believe it's a Constitution save. Now I'm going to do this at 2nd level, I think.
4.
My gosh, did I really roll 6 with
Damn.
2d8s? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't roll 2nd level. That's fine. I'll just do it at 1st level. 6 fire damage, and it is also pushed back 10 feet as thunder rains out, but fire wafts forward onto this harpy.
I believe the higher level cast rolled the 1, and then the base cast rolled the 6.
There it is. I'm sorry. Awesome,
It's
that's great.
just
So
bad.
it does 7. I'll never use a 2nd level spell slot on that ever again. Cool, no problem.
Ouch.
Okay, live and learn. It's all good. So as the harpy is kind of moved out of my threatened area, I'll just trying to close this thing. Come on. Sorry, something doesn't work. I'm just gonna back off into the center of the pathway over here between Nonox and Elias. Is everybody else doing okay?
Oh, great.
I'll stop making jokes in the middle of fights, guys. I I still haven't figured out when the best time is to make jokes.
It's fine as long as Elias
Have I
doesn't
told
die.
you the one about? Have I told you the one about the bear and the rabbit in the woods?
No, Toda, please.
And that's the end of my turn.
Oh, okay.
That's the end of my turn.
After Kendall is Brutus.
So this harpy was pushed back, correct?
Yeah, 10 feet back. Yeah, exactly.
Brutus looks sadly at his shadow and gives it a solemn nod as it just disappears because of the flame sphere. But that's okay, because Brutus is just going to summon his shadow again. I don't even know if that's how the interaction works, but it does not matter, because Brutus is just going to summon his shadow and is going to have it appear right there. Just nicely in order. And he is going to... I think only one of these has been hurt pretty bad, so he's gonna summon his shadow and make him go after this harpy. It's 20, 25, 30. He's gonna get on the other side of this harpy to try and prevent it from running, if he can. That is well out of range, so he'll disappear at the end of this turn. But we're gonna make 2 attacks through him, and hopefully hurt this thing something fierce. 10 and a 14.
14 hits.
Oh, that's nice. We'll just do a measly 6 slashing damage. I'm gonna move 1 over. 2 over, actually. And since my shadow is more than 30 feet away from me, he just disappears into smoke. And that's my turn. Wow, so fascinating. Look at me go.
And the harpies, watching their flock of vultures dispatched and the trees burnt, alight into the air further, trying to fly out and away. And Brutus, this will provoke an attack of opportunity from you as they try to flee.
Hey.
Plus the one takes its moonbeam damage now.
I do 5 damage.
And under the harsh light of the moon, the harpy flies to the east and the other 2 to the west, and they disappear amongst the shrub and trees and twisting vines and are gone from sight, having fled the battlefield.
Well. Ooh. What about this tree?
When it's my turn, Ben, I'm gonna move my flaming spear. I can only move it 30 feet, but I'll move it, and then I'm just gonna leave it next to this other tree. It'll take 2 turns.
The tree that is
to get
clutching the corpse of the elf?
Yes.
Okay, before that, please, no Nox, go ahead.
You're muted, Joel.
Does the elf look gone completely or just unconscious?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Does the elf look completely dead or does he look unconscious?
The vines are tightening and blood is further pouring from the elf. It would be hard to say without a medicine check or checking him thoroughly.
I feel like I would at least try to make the attempt. I'm gonna go ahead and use the healing word on the elf at first level. So that's gonna be 1d4 plus 4.
The elf does not stir. You know that it would have brought it back to consciousness if it were still alive.
Okay. In that case, it's dead. It's not my problem anymore. That'll be the end of my turn.
Next is Elias.
Well, there. Oh, there's one right over here still. Yeah.
Just one tree.
Yeah. I didn't see that guy over there. Okay, he's still in my range. I'm gonna throw fling an ice knife over at him. Keep my distance away. I'll use second level on that. Where's my right thing? There it is. Oh, I forgot to upcast it, but I'll roll more. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so there it is. All right, so then it's going to be 10. So it'll be 10 plus the damage. No, it'll be 20 plus the damage because it's I upcast it.
Jeez.
So
Holy crap, this is going to be a lot.
30 total.
yeah, because that'll just be the 2. Yeah, that works out. So yeah, so 30 total on the ice, and if he's still standing, then a dex save for the cold damage. $14, I believe, fails because I think mine's at a. No, that just passes it as a 14. All right, so he still takes half damage on the cold damage. Does he get crit on the cold damage too? Yeah, I guess all dice, right? I'm gonna say yes.
Yes, you're right. Yes.
I don't think he
Okay,
takes
so-
half damage. I think it's either you save or you take damage.
Unfortunately, there's no half damage for that spell.
A shame.
Oh, right, he saved. Okay, well then I'll just have sell for the 30 damage then, I guess.
Well, that's all. But the shards of ice do further impale this poor, wretched elf who's been slain now most thoroughly.
Poor guy.
I was not too worried about him.
Yeah, they're so cruel.
Cruelty would allow him to suffer, wouldn't it?
The tree hurls the corpse to the ground and strides further into the brush, trying to leave the field of battle.
Hey man, I got a bone to pick with you. You come back here. No.
He's calling his friends.
And No Nox, as you say that, you see along the path the cherry trees shifting ever so slightly. Obviously, there are others here who have opted not to engage in battle. Next is Kendall. We can break initiative, or you can pursue this tree as you please.
Yeah, it's unfortunately is a bit too fast for me. I wouldn't be able to catch it. I might just keep the flaming sphere active. It's only going to last for, I think, maybe 6 more rounds. But it might be a nice little deterrent as we make try and make our way up the pathway.
Brutus has enough movement to get this, just smack this tree one more time after watching it leave. Let's see, because he'll summon his shadow 15 feet away. He's just being a little vindictive. So summon his shadow 15 feet away on this gravel path. The shadow will move 30 feet. It's about there.
As the shadow enters the twisted vines and shrubs, the shrubs converge upon it, thrashing it and destroying the shadow.
Oh, I tried. All right, let's go. Wait, no, actually, he goes and searches the body of the elf or the Eladrin, whatever he was, and checks his pockets for money, letters, a last will.
Everything has been taken off of this creature. like the other bodies, everything removed from it, except this one still has its innards intact. However, as the group of you, make to continue up the path, you do notice behind a tree stump, a rather large tree stump, there is a treasure chest, clearly, and a decrepit, decaying barrel.
Before I get anywhere near that, I'm just going to take a minute to sort of just...
Yeah.
I got to attend to the gaping wounds left by the girthy branches. So once I get that all situated...
Elias, I think I got some icy hot here for you.
It's okay. I'm just going to be walking a little weird, but I'm fine.
Are you okay?
Yep.
You guys are terrible.
That tree messed him up real bad.
I shouldn't joke about your armor, but that was an ill-timed joke.
And yeah, okay, that's all. I just had that punchline to throw in there.
Druids don't believe in protection, I guess. I don't know.
It's all natural, baby.
That's how they spread so fast.
How nature goes.
We just allow nature to do what it intends to do. That's all.
Like a documentary.
I would love to peruse the chest if it's in a place where I'm not going to get swung at by trees.
Hold on, let me stab it first.
Perhaps investigating before, just in case it's not trapped or something else.
With that weird alive chest in that dungeon we find.
This chest is not trapped. As you analyze it, it is locked, though, as you approach and try to open it. You haven't found a key for it. However, in the barrel, you do find some things. You find 3 suits of chainmail, a battle axe, long sword, and 2 short swords, a leather satchel with 17 silver pieces, and a note therein. On the note, it says, Jalil, though ye travel far from home, be never alone, for me heart is with ye. You also find a helmet. On the leather fitting is written, Wilhelm's helm.
Yep.
I could take a moment and maybe cast Detect Magic, just on the off chance that there's something that catches our eye.
Sure.
All right.
You do detect magic within the chest, but in addition to the things in the barrel, you also find 2 more leather satchels just laying nearby, with 3 empty jars, a healer's kit, thieves' tools, a finely crafted dagger with an ivory handle, and a small gemstone worth 10 gold pieces. I'll post this all in the chat.
Thank you. I'm here trying to write it all down as you're speaking, and you just keep adding more things.
Yep. Oh, lovely.
I put the silver into the party funds, so we have 24 silver amongst the 4 of us.
Nice.
All right.
I'll shoulder the heavier stuff because I can carry a lot more.
I'll take Wilhelm's helm.
Nice.
I don't think I have any kind of a helm yet. Some kind of helmet, so I'll take one.
I guess I should. No, I won't worry about that. So I just have all these weapons poking out of my duffel bag.
Thieves' tools are handy to use. I don't know how to use them, but
who's the most dexterous? I think I am, because I've tried picking a lock open before. Anyone here a thief that we don't know about?
I mean,
I might be them. Am I the most dexterous? Oh, I would have expected it to be Elias, but that may not be the case.
I'm pretty swift with my hands.
Could be you, yeah. You could steal stuff.
I could certainly try.
Yeah, go steal. You could take the hits when they find out that it was you. I'm looking. You fended off all those ravens earlier, or whatever weird bird they were.
Yeah, I believe those were vultures.
Would you like to try and? open the chest, or would you like me to try?
Why don't you try, and why don't I provide a little help and guidance?
That would be well.
Here, let me give you a hand massage. And I give him a hand massage of bardic inspiration.
And I'll give him some guidance on it.
Hey.
And I'll say, you got this.
So I'm also giving you, I guess, the help action in this instance.
Thank you. Is it dexterity or is it intelligence? I always kind of like wasn't sure if it should be.
To pick a lock?
Yeah.
Dexterity, please.
Well, it's sleight of hand, technically.
I guess
if you have
true.
sleight of hand proficiency.
I don't. So it's gonna be this. Plus one of these.
With advantage.
Oh, okay, cool. Do that again. Here, I'll just roll my sleight of hand again.
And a bardic.
All right, I did better the second time. And the bardic die is a d6?
Yes.
Come on. So what am I sitting at? 12 right now?
You're at 12 now, yeah.
Oh, I rolled a d12. I think because I said 12. Sorry.
Wow, you're a powerful bard. A 13.
I got 7 on a d6, guys. 13, Ben.
The lock jams with the pick, but the chest does open. Inside the chest, you see
I can live with that.
A stone that is glowing or radiating many colors. You also find a magic scroll, 24 gold pieces worth of silver and gold coin, a map, and boots, magical boots.
Ooh,
boots.
And the stone is glowing of its own accord, or because I detect magic?
It is, yes, it is shining many colors, glistening, like it's holographic.
Just out of curiosity, Ben. It doesn't really matter, but they're boots, so I gotta know, what do they smell like? Do they smell worn?
Good question.
It smells like elf feet.
They've been walking through a forest a while.
Well, elf feet smell like sandalwood, so it's actually not too bad.
Why do you guys know what? Why do you guys know what elf feet smell like?
I was gonna say one thing. Elias feet don't smell.
Yeah, why does No Nox know what elf feet smell like?
Come on.
Oh, I'm never
He's a
sure.
bard.
I'm never sure if it's just being drowned by Brutus's smell.
I guess it's better
I
than
took a
like
bath.
feet.
Weirdest game ever.
Could I look at the scroll and see if there's anything on it that I might be able to read?
Yes, you recognize this is a scroll of spider climb.
Oh, that's cool.
So we got spider climb, a stone that glows, and boots.
Boots of elf feet.
Made
Boots
for
of-
walking.
And a map. The map. And looking at the map, is it of the region?
Yes, this is a local map. It appears to be of the ruined city. On the southernmost border, or the end of the path or road that leads south, you see Riverside, and then you see Open Hand Avenue, the main road that you have now embarked upon, and it leads into the ruins where there are many points designated there upon the map, and I will have this map for you guys in the next few days in the Discord. But it is kind of naming a handful of the places that you have heard before, as Fellet was describing the many sources that were being vied for within the city.
A helpful map. How much money was in there?
25 gold pieces.
And some silver too.
24
Oh no, I'm thinking of the other.
Oh, 24.
of silver and gold.
Does anybody need new boots or try on the boots?
I mean,
What size are they?
I won't mind new boots.
They're elf size.
Might be.
Alright, I'll try them on.
Put them on.
There's only one elf here.
Get a fungal infection.
As Elias, as you walk around in your new boots, they're leaving a very small trail behind you, like the paw prints of a squirrel.
What?
Creepy.
What the hell?
No, I think I've heard of these before. Now they leave tracks to confuse your followers. Anyone who might be trying to trail you might have a hard time finding you when there's just a bunch of strange, different tracks going in bizarre directions.
That could be
Kind of
good
like a
for
children's
hunting.
toy.
Oh, we went both directions. You went children's toy. I went hunting people in the woods.
You were hunting people?
Sometimes.
Yo, believe it or
Yes,
not,
see,
there's
I'm-
still a bit of a gray area in between those two things too.
I'm sorry.
we
I
don't-
guess the tracks are supposed to be of a humanoid race. That's my mistake. These leave really, like wide, flat-footed footprints, like those of a stout dwarf. My mistake.
Oh, that's less interesting, but still kind of cool.
Too late, man. Can't take it back.
And so, yes, you can choose what kind of tracks are left as long as it is they're that of a humanoid race.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll hold on to those.
Let's do that. Do you guys mind if I hang on to this peculiar glowing stone gem?
Oh,
Kaleidoscope.
do you know magic?
I've been known to throw a few spells around from time to time.
Then you probably should have it.
That was a joke. Yeah,
Oh.
joke, guys.
Oh, that's a good joke.
Hey, Kendall made a joke.
That's a good joke.
That was a
Hey,
different
Kendall,
joke.
that one wasn't too bad there, bud.
Guys, this chainmail is really heavy. Oh God, this is really heavy.
And so you guys have dispatched the harpies here and found some treasure that perhaps they were guarding or, yes, in some way storing. And we're going to wrap up the game there for this evening. And we will continue next Monday, the 29th, as we delve into the ruined city of Nim-Nai-Ala.
Okay.
Nicely done, guys. We're still alive.
Hey.